Food Insecurity, Malnutrition, and Immunity Development by Chritina Zhuo. All living organisms need sources of nutrients from their environment, and food happens to be the main substance consumed by humans in order to obtain their necessary nourishment and vitamins needed for growth, development, and overall well-being. Even though having sufficient access to food is a necessity to live, food insecurity is something many individuals and their families struggle with. Food insecurity specifically refers to one's inability to obtain nutritious meals on a regular basis and is a critical and global issue that is affecting about 2 billion people worldwide. In 2013, the United States faced a significant challenge with nearly 50 million Americans facing food insecurity. A particularly alarming aspect was that around 1/3 of these individuals fell into the category of very low food security. This classification indicates a severe level of food insecurity, signifying inadequate access to food and the heightened sense of hunger. The issue of food insecurity extends beyond simple numerical figures. It is a complex problem with roots in various interconnected factors. Poverty is a primary contributor to food insecurities, as individuals and families with limited financial resources often struggle to afford a sufficient and nutritious diet. Social inequalities contribute to the issue, with disparities in income, education, and employment opportunities influencing access to food. This issue is not isolated, but rather rooted in a web of factors, including poverty, social inequalities, and environmental changes, which collectively contribute to the persistence of food insecurity in the country. Thus, this leads us into the research question: how does addressing malnutrition caused by food insecurity impact one's immunity development? Malnutrition in the context of food insecurity is characterized by a deficiency of vital vitamins, minerals, and other nutrients necessary for overall well-being. The human body requires a balanced and varied diet to function optimally. When this balance is disrupted due to a lack of access to proper nutrition, the body becomes malnourished. One of the critical consequences of malnutrition is its adverse impact on the immune system. The immune system relies on a range of nutrients to function effectively, including vitamins A, C, E, as well as minerals such as zinc and iron. When an individual is malnourished, their immune system is weakened. This compromises the body's ability to defend itself against infections, diseases, making individuals more susceptible to a range of health issues. In the battle against bacteria and disease, the immune system plays a crucial role by utilizing a substantial amount of energy to activate both innate and acquired defenses. These defenses involve a complex interplay of immune cells and mechanisms aimed at protecting the body from harmful invaders. However, when an individual is malnourished, the immune system is already operating from a weakened state. Malnutrition imposes an additional strain on the immune system, requiring it to expend even more energy to combat diseases. This added burden on an already compromised system creates a cycle that further diminishes the immune system's effectiveness. The immune cells, which are essentially hidden soldiers in the body's defense, may not function optimally, thus causing the body to become even more susceptible to infections and diseases. This study focuses on understanding how different diets, particularly those lacking in protein and/or calories, affect the immune responses of mice, rats, and guinea pigs. Classified as a cell and animal study, the research utilized various methods subjecting different animals to distinct diets such as chronic protein deprivation, high-fat diets, and low-protein diets. Histopathologic studies employing immunofluorescent microscopy were also conducted to examine the development of phenylations. The findings revealed significant effects of different nutritional conditions on the animal's immune responses. Chronic protein deprivation was associated with an increase in cell-mediated cell immune responses, but often resulted in a decrease in humoral responses. Furthermore, diverse dietary patterns were found to influence the development and progression of autoimmune conditions. The study establishes a direct connection between addressing malnutrition caused by food insecurity and its impact on immunity development. This provides a crucial understanding of the relationship between dietary factors and immune function, contributing valuable insights to the broader understanding of the consequences of insufficient access to proper nutrition on immune health. Malnutrition, while a concern across age groups, disproportionately affects vulnerable populations, with young children facing a higher impact. Particularly alarming is the fact that 53% of infectious diseases-related mortality in undeveloped nations can be attributed to the interplay of food insecurity and malnutrition. Moreover, this issue takes a devastating toll on the most vulnerable demographic, as 54% of the 10.8 million annual deaths among children under 5 are directly linked to food insecurity and malnutrition, as highlighted by Ulrich E. Schiappo and Stephen H. E. Kaufman. These statistics underscore the urgent need to address the specific vulnerabilities of young children in the context of food insecurity and malnutrition, emphasizing the critical role of targeted interventions in ensuring the health and well-being of this demographic. To further substantiate this claim, a source will be presented shedding additional light on the impact of food insecurity and malnutrition on children and their immune systems. This study aims to observe how self-reported food insecurity among children influences their diet and physical activity, with a focus on understanding the broader impact on well-being and development. The research employs a cross-sectional observational study design, utilizing methods such as the 24-hour dietary assisted recalls and surveys, incorporating items from the Child Food Security Assessment and questions about physical activity. The study's findings reveal a significant prevalence of food insecurity among children, affecting them mentally, emotionally, and physically. Higher levels of food insecurity are linked to increased consumption of energy, fat, sugar, and fiber, coupled with a decreased intake of vegetables. Additionally, children facing higher levels of food insecurity exhibit lower physical activity levels and encounter more obstacles to engaging in physical activities. The study establishes a direct link between food insecurity and malnutrition, emphasizing how these conditions impact a child's immunity development. By shedding light on the multifaceted effects of child food insecurity on diet, physical activity, and overall well-being, the research contributes valuable insights to the broader understanding of the consequences of malnutrition on children's health. It underscores the importance of addressing food insecurity to mitigate the adverse effects on children's health and development. In conclusion, the complex connection between humans and their main source of substance, food, highlights its crucial role in supporting and promoting well-being. However, the widespread issue of food insecurity, impacting about 2 billion people, exposes a harsh reality in which access to nutritious meals is not widespread. The consequences go beyond mere hunger, affecting immune systems, increasing vulnerability to diseases, and significantly impacting the health of vulnerable groups, especially young children. Tackling food insecurity requires a comprehensive approach, recognizing interconnected factors such as poverty and social inequalities. By doing this, we are able to work towards a healthier, more resilient global community, ensuring that everyone has the fundamental right to consistent access to proper nutrition.